What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Now, today we're going to be taking a look at the Tenup platform and token, as they are a company that I've recently partnered up with here on the channel that I think has a ton of potential, and I wanted to share it with you today. You guys know, 1 or 2 times a month, I'll bring some partners onto the channel to kind of show you a little bit about who they are and what they do, and I thought Tenup had a lot of potential, so I wanted to bring them on today. And so with that said, let's not waste any more time at all, and let's get straight into the video. Now, Tenup is a company that is really trying to drive a strong ethos that I agree with. Now, their general thought process behind the company, which has been around for multiple years at this point, by the way, is that people, whenever they enter into the world of crypto, they feel a little bit put off by the amount of different places that they have to go to, right? If I want to play a game, I have to go this place. If I want to do this, I have to go this place. If I want to do this, I have to go this place. And they thought, you know what? Why doesn't someone just create a full set utility platform where people can go and do multiple things based on one token? So instead of needing one token for this and another token for that and another token for that and website here and scam website there and all these other things, why don't we just put it all in one place? And I'm actually a big advocate for that. I think you should do one of two things. You should either do one thing very good and just leave that alone, or develop an ecosystem and a platform for people to come into your home and stay there and go room to room with thing to thing and different little things like that. I believe that's the only real way. When you start trying to kind of get in between that, I feel like it's the easiest way to start having problems. So I really like what they're doing. Now, what they're doing is they've created an ecosystem in which different people, basically every different type of person in crypto, can have some sort of access or be able to interact with their ecosystem in some way. For example, they have copy trading, they have the crypto analyzer, they have Ludo Love, which is a game, staking, and then of course they have the ability to be able to book flights and vacations through the platform itself. So it's pretty full set. Anyone who's using crypto for anything can use something on their website now, or platform. Now, the good part about this is the platform's been around for about 3 years. The token itself has at least been around for the last 3 or 4 years. They launched back in 2021. They really capitalized on a lot of that bull market hype, but we did see that as of course the bull market ended, the bear market started, they did start to see things kind of cool down a bit. The price itself started to pull back a good bit, and now of course they waited out the bear market, they built throughout the bear market, and now they've prepared their platform to be even better throughout this bull market. And so now they're ready to kind of just kick things off. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to take a quick look at all of these different things in which they have going on, and we'll kind of deep dive a little bit more into the platform itself. So let's get into it. So what we can see here, as I mentioned before, is that they have, of course, the copy trade feature. Now, this works very simply as you would expect. What you have the ability to do, which is I'm a very big fan of, for those of you who are maybe a little bit new, just want to kind of get your feet wet into these things, is in which you are able to go in and you can start copy trading other major, good, strong traders. What you're going to have the ability to do is you can go look in, and they have a different few connected exchanges, BitGet, OKX, and Binance, and you can actually go on and pick different traders from those exchanges, and you can see their results. You can see if they've done good, if they've done bad, how their performance, overall ROI, AUM, all these other things, and decide whether or not you want to invest your money into that trader, who will then start trading, and as they win, you win. As they lose, you lose. So I think that's a pretty cool feature there. The next thing that they have, as I mentioned before, is their analyzer, and this is kind of more of a gamified way of trading, if that is something that's interesting to you. What you can see here, for example, is you have the ability to try to analyze and do technical analysis and predict whether or not you think the market is going up from here or down from here. But instead of just normal trading, you can actually go in and stake bets, basically. So it's a way to kind of bet on if it's going to go up or go down using their analyzing game here. This is something that a lot of people have done, especially whenever we did see Web3 gaming really catch a lot of momentum in 2021. This was very, very popular, this type of thing here. And I do think that overall, people will generally enjoy that. Now, as I did mention before, they're basically trying to create this platform to be appealing to every different type of person, to where these people will interact with each parts of these ecosystems. And I think adding something like this, and actually Ludo Love, which we're going to go over next, was a very good addition. Now, Ludo Love is their game, as you can see here, in which everyone can access this, whether through the App Store or through Google Play. Now, this is just a general game in which you have the ability to obviously use the tokens and use the TUP tokens in order to start making gains and start playing. Again, this whole gamified sector has done extremely well recently, especially like in the last 3 years, and I think in the future it's only going to get bigger. My opinion, honestly, the fact that they are taking advantage of this type of game as well as what we are seeing with the analyzer opens up the door for 2 different types of gamers, right? Some people like to be able to just play games. That's just like what they like to do. But some people like to be more on the betting side of things, right? Some people like to be able to use their tokens and start kind of make these little bets and feed that little degenerate dopamine that we all hunt for every now and then. And I think it was a good idea because I was a little confused at first. I was like, okay, why are they taking two different approaches at games? But once I did think about it a little bit more, there are different types of gamers in Web3, and they're trying to appeal to both of them while having their token integrated into it. Obviously, with the live rounds, you can use your tokens to bet, for example. With copy trading, as we mentioned earlier, you can use your tokens as a subscription to be able to get into this, as you can see here, 3,000 TUP tokens. And then, of course, obviously with Ludo Love, the tokens are integrated as well. Now, the next thing, of course, as we did mention before, is they have staking. This is very simple, as you can see. We can actually go to the Tenup DApp. And you can see here, there are different ways in which you can do this. They have 392 total stakers. This total staked number that I'm not going to try to guess what that is right there. You can see the different APYs in which there are right now. If this is something that you want to get access to, again, these have been around for years, so they have been doing very well. And then obviously the very last one that I did mention earlier was the ability to book flights and things like that using the TUP tokens. They have done a partnership through Travala, which is something that a lot of KOLs at least have been using recently. And you can, of course, use your tokens to actually go in and start booking flights, which I think is cool. If the token does well and you want to use some of those profits for something without having to convert to cash and all that good stuff, hey, there you go. You have an option there, which I think is pretty cool. Now, overall, there's a bunch of different markets in which you can trade this TUP token: BitGet, Mexi, Bitmart, and many more. So I do believe, since they did lay a lot of this foundation in 2021 and 2022, I thought that there'd be a lot of potential here. And I think that if they can continue to really start running their marketing and getting their name out there a lot more, people will find different portions of this actual platform attractive. And I think that will be, of course, a good spot for them to start catching a lot of momentum. There are a couple different ways. They have now payments and change now, which are two ways in which you can actually get your TUP tokens without needing to go your traditional onboarding, go to like Coinbase and then send it from Coinbase to this and then use this or use Adapt in order to buy it. No, you can use Change Now and Now payments, which are a little bit more of recent developments there, which I thought were pretty cool. And then, of course, those are the other aspects of the ecosystem. Now, in terms of the ecosystem itself, they do have a lot of plans going forward. As we can see here, they have gotten a lot of stuff done this year, and they've basically hit every single piece of their roadmap, and they are expecting that in 2025 they will be able to do the same thing. So do stay on the lookout for the announcements that they have about what they plan on doing in 2025, because it does seem like they have a lot of momentum here. Now, this momentum has been driven by their team. You can see here CEO, CTO, advisor, and advisors. They're all docs. They are very public about themselves, and I do think that's important for a platform like this, especially when we're talking booking flights and stuff like that. So I do think overall that this is a very good thing, and I am looking forward to seeing what they have next. And so because of that, as I mentioned before, I do like to do, one or two sponsors a month here on the channel, because obviously, there are people out there who are looking to spend money on marketing and get their name out there, and I think that they had a ton of potential. So I wanted to bring them to you today, show you a bit about who they are and what they're up to. And so, of course, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Is this something that you would or would not invest in? We'd love to hear about it down there. Let us know what you think, and I can't wait to see you all next time. Peace out, everybody.